She's been sitting for a while, though, with 4 personal fouls. Here's Amor. Amor trying to work on the freshman. Moon stood her ground, but gets called for the foul. That's 4 on Erica Moon.
Joni Taylor can't believe the call. Erica Moon can't believe the call, but there's a lot of people dressed in blue who appreciate that call.
Amor at the free throw line. Perfect tonight. 87% on the season. Couldn't get it. Strack with a risky play to try to get the rebound. Could not. And the Aggies have it in the final minute. Up 2 possessions.
Kenny Brooks is telling his team to foul.
Now, Kentucky has a couple of fouls to give here, so that's why they've got to go quickly here to burn those fouls.
And Chelsea Newton, who's the end-of-game coordinator, associate head coach for A&M, directing the team right now to get them in a set without having to call a timeout.
3 fouls on Kentucky, and Texas A&M's got plenty of timeouts to burn, so Joni Taylor will take a timeout here with the 5 counts. Getting close on that sideline.
You're trying to extend this game, and then you're looking to get a shot.
And I didn't have time, but we're in Texas, and Christy has her winter coat on. Bless your heart.
Hey, there's been an Arctic blast all over the country.
Inbound to Moon, and there is the quick foul by Tyler. So that's the last one that Kentucky has to give.
Now, if you're A&M here, you want to get the ball inbounded to your best free throw shooter here, knowing that Kentucky has to foul. And that's Soleil Williams right now.
Williams hasn't been there a ton, 13 of 16. They do get it to Williams, and the foul. Ball was out there a little bit. Amor was looking for the tie-up. Instead, it's a foul call, so Williams will go to the free throw line. Christy mentioned their best free throw shooter. 16 attempts on the season. She's 13 of 16.
Now, if you're Kentucky, first and foremost, you need to box out. And then I anticipate that Kenny Brooks is going to call timeout and advance the ball.
Kentucky with 2 timeouts remaining, 32.1 to go. Williams, the first of 2. Soleil was not at shoot-around earlier today for Texas A&M, battling migraines throughout the day. She was truly a game-time decision. Joni Taylor said, we'll know. We've asked her to be at the arena an hour and 15 before the game just to be ready to play. She was ready. She knocked down that big 3 a few minutes ago and knocked down 2 free throws here to make it a 6-point game. Timeout Kentucky. They'll advance into the front court. Has the assignment on Amor. Pass it up top to Strack. Amor has it blocked by Coulibaly. What a defensive play by Aisha Coulibaly to get the block shot on Amor, and a foul called will send Texas A&M to the free throw line with 26.4 to go. I know she's piled up the points tonight, 21 points, but that may be her best play of the game right there.
Well, you had to believe Amor was going to get a look. And what I love is Coulibaly never gave up on the play because she was out denying, so she was a step late when Amor got the shovel pass, continued to get that big block. I expect Kentucky to call timeout and advance the ball.
This is the largest lead of the night for Texas A&M. Remember, they started the game on a 6-0 run, and Williams knocks down 2 more. Timeout called by Kentucky. Joni Taylor has always based her teams here at A&M and at Georgia on defense, and the blocks by Ware, the big block by Coulibaly, the job they've done all day to disrupt Kentucky and take them out of their rhythm. I mean, Kentucky's only got 53 points on the board, and they average 80 points a game. As Christy mentioned, no timeouts remaining for Kentucky, so they don't have the chance to advance it. Pass it once again to trigger the inbound for the Wildcats. Once again, they look for Amore. Strack on the turnaround, another three-pointer miss. Bouncing around, Key tried to grab it, and it was last touched by Texas A&M. They will go to the monitor here to review it with 20.4 to go. Brian Hall indicating, let's just be sure on possession here.
The call on the floor is Kentucky ball. The play is under review.
Voice of Angelica Suffren.
And Eric, this is advantage Kentucky because this gives Kenny Brooks a timeout without having to call one to get his team regrouped, get a play drawn up if the call does stand and it's their ball.
Yeah, it's advantage Kentucky right now. Let's see what the replay shows. Was it last touched by Texas A&M?
The last I saw was off the foot of Jones, but I don't know if there was any touching after it went off Jones's.
I agree. We have to see if it touches Key right here. And I think she went over the top. Does the left hand? I think she came close, but I don't see enough there in my eyes.
No, if we could see that again, I want to see if the ball's trajectory changed at all, because if not, I 100% agree with you. I don't think Key touched it.
Kick by Jones. Don't see any change there. I don't see any change there.
So I was watching.
After review, the play has been confirmed. The clock will be set at 20.8, Kentucky ball.
Okay.
What I was watching were the lines of the ball, and I never saw that angle change, so I think the officials got it absolutely correct.
And they put 4/10 on, so a little addition here for Kentucky. They have not changed the game clock yet.
And so it truly was advantage Kentucky because Kenny Brooks was able to draw his play up.
There we go. 20.8 on the clock. Kentucky basketball on the baseline. A&M on top by 8. They are looking just for a three right now. And A&M is not letting them up for air. Key tries to get around Ware, now taking it to the basket, and a foul called on Lauren Ware. And that will be her fourth.
I mean, Eric, something to think about. The closest margin of victory Kentucky has had in SEC play to this point has been 14. They have not had any close games. And so this in-the-game situation that we're seeing right now, they just haven't had a lot of experience. I would have loved to see Deja Lawrence put it on the ground and go to score quickly versus all this time going off.
Their loss this season was to North Carolina. All their wins, except one, has been by double figures total this season. SEC overall play. They beat Louisville in OT. That was by 10. And it's going to take something special here. Kentucky says it's over. Kentucky says game, set, match. Texas A&M. The Aggies with another fourth quarter to remember. They outscore Kentucky 19-9, and they win it by a final of 61-55.
This was a different Texas A&M team that we watched tonight. I thought one of the best offensive performances we've seen from them in SEC play. The defense was outstanding, and more importantly, Aisha Coulibaly and Lauren Ware, the two veterans, showed up in such a big way for the Aggies.
Ware had 10 points, 3 rebounds, and 4 blocks. Coulibaly leading the way with 21 points tonight for Texas A&M, and she added a block and 3 assists as well. For Christy Thomas-Scuddy and our crew, I'm Eric Freed. It's a win for the Aggies.